Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have a Lenovo laptop. It's a Lenovo LOQ 15IAX9 Gen 9 model. It's an Intel version, which is I think is a Gen 9 Intel version. There's an AMD version too. And in this video, I'm gonna go over how you can open it up and how you can access the RAM module and how you can remove, add, or upgrade the RAM in this laptop. I'll leave the link to check the RAM capacity that your laptop can handle. You can check the specification on the factory, or sometimes they don't even give you the right amount. So check that link with a few typing code. There's no programs or anything like that. You can check the maximum RAM that you can have in here. But in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to get to those RAMs and how you can remove them and add or upgrade. Just remember, by adding, removing the RAM, everything's gonna be left the way it is. The system is not gonna change, or you're not gonna lose any file. Just the only thing is gonna happen once you remove the RAM to the new RAMs and you power on, make sure you have the charger connected. It might restart twice or 3 times. The screen might flicker. Give it up to 1 minute, and then it's going to do a mem check, and it's going to go inside the Windows. That's going to do once you add extra RAM. All right, first thing first, you want to power off the laptop. And you want to flip it upside down. And I'm going to go over tools that I'll be using. Tool number one, and very important one, is a good screwdriver set. I'll recommend the iFixit screwdriver set, as these are one of the best screwdrivers out there that I have purchased. I purchased the basic tool set. If you get the Pro set, they will include you an opening tool and some tweezers. If not, grab yourself a cheap metallic guitar pick. These are really good to opening cases and covers. After that, you need a plastic or metallic spatula. With these two on hand, let's get into it. We are going to be using Philips number 0. I'll leave the link for everything I use, compatible RAMs, everything in the video description in case you want to purchase for yourself. All right, down here, you're going to see a whole bunch of screws. There are 2 types of screws, the short ones and the long ones. The short screws are the front end of the laptop. There are 4 of them. And the rest on the side, on the back row, everything is long screw. So go ahead and remove them and keep them in a separate pile. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my video helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. I'll put a little magnet on my screw so it makes it a little stronger. So go ahead and remove all of it. You can actually use, I think, Philips number 1 is a better fit. You want to have a nice and snugly fit on the screw head. So Philips number 1. All right, once we remove all the screws, next you want to grab this guitar pick, and you want to start from front end of the laptop. You want to stick the opening to it between the bottom cover and the front palm rest. And you want to twist it and do this once every couple of centimeters, inches, or whatever you like, all around in the front end of the laptop. You want to hear those click sounds. You want to go on the side, the same thing, about 1 or 2 millimeters, nothing more than that. All right. Once you did that, go to the other side. Once you go to the sides and the front, that should be enough. You want to grab it from the cover and you want to wiggle it around and lift it, wiggle it around slowly, and it will release the back clips. All right, so let's put this to one side. Down here we can see the RAMs are not visible. The RAMs should look like this. These are the RAM modules, and I don't see anything right here, the SSD, Wi-Fi board, and the battery. And the RAMs are right under here. To remove the RAMs, people always say, oh, can I disconnect the battery? Sure, you can disconnect the battery to do RAM upgrade, but it's not necessary. Unless you think you're going to drop a screwdriver right on the components and stuff like that, then sure, go ahead and disconnect it. But don't do it. And I get so many people trying to disconnect the battery connector and they damaged it. So again, if you want to be really paranoid, put your finger on this plastic hook on this side and one on this side, and you want to push it towards the battery evenly and then bring it up. Some people bring it crooked outside, or when they put it in, they put it sideways in, and that can damage the jack. If you want to put it back in, make sure it's straight in, and all the way in is straight. Don't go sideways. But again, if you don't want to do it, just be cautious or make sure this cover don't touches anything like that. So first you want to remove this gaffer's tape from here. With the heat, it should be already removed, though it does create a lot of heat. Next, you want to lift up this cover, metallic cover, upward straight. Bring it up. Don't move it around. Bring it upward. There's a thermal pad in here that helps with the RAM heat sink, RAM dissipation, heat dissipation. All right. So, but if you think like when you lift this one upward, don't move it around because there's a component that you can short with. But again, if you want to disconnect the battery, go ahead and disconnect it. All right, so we don't need to remove the thermal pad. These are a 3 millimeter thermal pads, but again, they don't need to be replaced. All right, down here we can see two modules. These are DDR5 RAM, 4800. And we can see on one there's no modules, and the other one it is module. The RAM chips on the RAM module, it doesn't make any difference to disconnect them. To disconnect the RAM, all you need to do is to put your fingers on the side of these triggers right in here, and the RAM will pop out in 45-degree angle, just like that. And all you want to do, you want to grab it in 45-degree angle, you want to pull it outward in 45-degree angle. You don't want to yank it up towards the ceiling, otherwise you're going to crack the RAM or the DIMM. You want to slide it back in 45-degree angle. And if you see this one on the other side doesn't have anything. To remove the other one, same thing, pull the triggers away from each other, and the RAM should come out in 45-degree angle, and then you want to slide it backward. And there's another one. So there's an 8 gig and 8 gig. You can put a 16 gig and a 16 gig, and it will work fine. Or you can just remove one 8 gig and put a 16 plus 8 gig. It still will work fine. So people will say, can I mix match them? Sure, you can with no problem. All right. So these are the Samsung brand. You can put a Kingston, Corsair, whichever brand that you want. Just make sure the notch on the RAM, which this notch right in here, matches the notch right on the DIMM. So when you bring it down in 45-degree angle inside the connector and push it in, and once all the pins are in, you want to push it towards the motherboard, and you want to see these two triggers on the side open and close, just like that. All right. Same thing in here. If I put this one the other way around, because the notch is not matching right in the middle, it's not going to go through. It's preventing it from going inside. So I have to flip it over, bring it in 45 or 25, or I don't know what angle is this, but is the angle that you feel is the right angle, right? I can't bring it up any higher. I don't want to go lower. I create tension, so it's right in here in the middle, which is very loose. So yeah, and so you want to, people always say specifications as 15 degrees. I'm not going to put a degree measure here to measure what degrees. For me, it looks like a 45 degrees, so I'll leave at 45. So bring it in this angle and bring it towards the motherboard, and you're going to see these triggers open and close right there. And that's when you know the RAM is in correct position. If you have disconnected the battery, plug it back in. All right. Once you have it plugged in, or before plugging in, you can grab this shield. There's a tiny hooks in here, two on here, two on here, and one in the front. Align one on the side and align the front one, and then the rest will automatically align. Just push them down, and it will go to its place. Just tape this one on. If it doesn't tape, it's okay too. Nothing will happen to it. All right. Once you're done with that, all you need to do is to grab the bottom cover, put it on top, and push down the corners. Make sure you hear those nice click sounds in the side, the back, pinch them together. And you should hear those nice click sounds. Once you have those in, now all you need to do is to put the bottom screws in and power on the laptop. If you have changed the laptop, the RAM modules, then you power it on. You have to wait for at least 1 minute. It will do few flickering, don't panic, and it will boot up to the Windows. The RAM speed will be set by the BIOS. You cannot change the RAM speed on this ones. So I'm going to power it on after this so you guys can see if it works. If you guys have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. So let's go ahead and power it on. The light is on, and we should see the Lenovo logo. There we go. And it should load up to the Windows. And that's it for today's video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.